What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today, guys? We have another press release from Atari. Apparently, they're at the CES show showing some stuff off, and we will get to that here in a minute. But before we do, I want to talk about and say a huge thank you to Tommy Tellerico and the Intellivision Entertainment crew. And no, I'm not doing this as a poke to the Atari team. If we were talking about this pepper shaker today, I would still start the video with this thank you because I believe gratitude um, is something lacking here on the internet, and I would like to start my videos off that way by saying thank you in any way I can and to anyone I can for their generosity and or their kindness here on the internet because it is so fucking rare. But Tommy and his team released a video today, kind of a highlight reel of 2019. YouTubers talking about the Amico, and of course it's all positive, as it should be. But I was in it. I'm in it a couple of times, 3 or 4 times to be perfectly honest with you. There's guys with like hardly any subs, and there's guys with over 1 million subs. We'll start with Metal Jesus Rocks. John Hancock's in it. John Riggs is in it, and then you have goofy guys like me and good buddies of mine like Brian's Man Cave and Turbo Joe is in there. Smash JT, I think Grumpy Old Gamer. There's a whole bunch that I recognize, but I can't remember the channels. But regardless, at the end of this video here in the corner, I'm going to put it down there. Click on that if you will and watch it. It's entertaining, and I think it's bookended perfectly with John Riggs. You couldn't have fucking scripted it better. I'll also put the link down below in case these end screen things disappear. But please, if you would, click on that link, check it out, and that's it. Tommy, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So since we're on thank yous, I want to thank everyone who messaged me today telling me about that, and of course, made sure I was aware that this press release came out. If I can get this damn thing to click, there we go. Atari put this out, I believe it was last night or this morning, I can't remember. Atari VCS team heads to CES as production enters the next phase. We won't discuss the production thing. Should it have already been in production like fully by now? Yeah. Quit beating that dead horse. So we got a picture here that shows, I think, 6 consoles, a handful of controllers, and some other random this, that, and the other. Them getting ready to display their stuff for the CES, the big consumer electronics show of the year. I'll give you an idea if you don't know. Sony unveiled a car at the CES today, so it's kind of a big deal. But this comes with kind of an asterisk, a caveat, if you will. They're not actually going to be at the show. They're at a hotel room somewhere or a hotel lobby. Not actually at the show in person. They are in spirit. We'll get to that here in just a moment. But it's funny, I look at this table, and Clico Joe actually sent me a picture. And before he even sent that picture, I thought the same thing. This looks like an evidence table. They just raided some hotel room, and they found all these drugs, and they're taking a picture of it for evidence, and, to prove that they have a big dick. Dig me kind of pictures. Mr. Johnny Law, and look what I stopped. It just, odd observation means nothing. So for anyone who's fairly new, we're going to brief over this. I don't go through it the whole articles. I read through it. I pick out things that stand out to me, and I talk about those things. To be better informed, please, the link to it will be down below. Click on it. Read the entire thing if you haven't yet. And that way you can be much more informed than not only me, but anything I do tell you. So, I told you that they're going to be at the CES trade show in spirit. What they've decided to do is this thing called Project Easter Egg. And that's what I kind of want to talk about. They're not opting into the actual show itself. I don't know if it's because it's an expensive thing or if they're not invited. I don't know how that works. But I do know that they're at a hotel close by inviting people to come try out some test units. So they finally have something available for you to tinker with, to play. To what capacity, I don't know. We'll get to a couple of pictures here in a few minutes that shows something on the screen from the machine. And I guess we can base our judgments off of that. But they do have their product peppered all over the actual CES show on other booths and other tables. What is the name of that company? Power A, that makes the controllers here. They have some of their product there, of course. So they're kind of piggybacking off of these other companies that they're working with. So Power A will have a couple of the joysticks and stuff. They may have a console. I don't know. They're being pretty vague. You're supposed to go out there and find these things. And there's one that they're calling the 3200 Crystal Ghost. It's kind of like a hot-rodded version of their Atari VCS. Here it is. Pretty neat looking thing, right? I've never said that the Atari VCS was ugly. I just said it hadn't existed yet, and I'm kind of pissed off about that. But this is it maxed out as far as you can go, showing its expandability and its upgradability. You can read about all the specs as far as the storage and the RAM and all that stuff in the article. But they have this somewhere, and I think this is the unit that has the big Easter egg for the show. They said if you find the right unit, you'll be able to open up an adventure. So I'm wondering if they're talking about the game adventure, be it as it was originally made, classic adventure, or if maybe they're sneaking in a brand new port of it, kind of like what the Amigo's doing, updated version of these classic games. That's one thing they haven't really been talking about is development. They're just talking about putting old shit on there in streaming services. But no talks about who's developing and what they're developing. So maybe that's kind of like it's a little too late, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe this could change a lot of people's minds. But regardless, the game adventure is out there to play on one of these units, and I think that's, at least you can say that's more than what we've been getting. We could be just a little optimistic about that, I suppose. I'm seeing a lot of pictures of dumpster fire and all kinds of crap. That's fine. So they do go on to give another production update, just a real brief one, saying that for the most part things are worked out. They got to figure out the fan a little bit better, and some things with the joystick, with the paddle controls, they need to tweak that just slightly. But for the most part, they have a few production models ready to be tested out. So let's come over here to the Twitter page and just look at a couple of images. So when you fire this thing up, I don't know what the home screen looks like. As of this video, there is no update there as far as that. But here we have the page that has the games, okay? You have the Mega Atari Vault, which is Atari Vault with extra games, I suppose. Next to that is the Ant Stream service. I would think that would go under apps, but maybe because it's a game system setup thing, you can be nitpicky about that. I would think it would be in apps, but that's just me. Games, we have Asteroids. We have, what is that, Hoops Clash? I can't really even see that too well. Not familiar with that game. Breakout, very familiar with that one. Centipede, which is my dream arcade cabinet, by the way. Tempest 4000, that's pretty interesting, because if you've been following this saga, you know what I'm talking about. And then we have Yar is Revenge. That's a little joke between me and another buddy of mine, where the apostrophe is on the S. Yar's Revenge. And Crystal Castles. Now, I'm wondering, are these the classic games or are these updated versions? There was talks of, well, I'll just leave it at that question, because the Atari Vault in the top left corner should have the classic games. So I'm going to assume, I suppose, that these are modern versions, even though the image art is classic in nature. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think, or again, by the time this comes out, if any updates have happened, by all means, let us know down below. Next image here is the apps page, the apps, whatever, book, chapter, I don't know. So you have your sandbox mode here on the top left, so that's your Tinker screen. And then your standard shit, YouTube, Chromium, Redbox, and Facebook. So you're going to be able to put whatever apps you want. Now, are you limited to these 9 blocks? I hope not. I hope you can expand upon that. Those are pretty big blocks, but then again, they don't really have much there to go by. And there's only one other thing, really, I want to look at on their Twitter here. This picture here, pretty cool. I'm not going to expand it because I don't know how much of it you'll actually see when I expand it, because I haven't cropped this for this OBS bullshit. But you got 2 units. You have an Onyx and you have a classic wood grain fired up. Doesn't look like there's any cords, so maybe these are those battery operated ones that they by accidentally left on the social medias. You got a controller, and you got face panels, different overlays. I wonder if that's going to be an option where you can buy new ones. Actually, you know what? If this thing takes off and succeeds, I hope they do something like that where you can change the panel. You can just for $35.95 or whatever it is. You can buy a new panel for the front of it. That would be cool. I'm sure getting the old one off would be a pain in the ass, but the only thing else to note here is there to the left in front of the Onyx is a picture that says, or a little card that says, please do not touch, and then the word Atari underneath it. So I thought that was a fun pun. Don't touch Atari. I don't know. You know what? Just because it's been a while, let me refresh this and see if they've posted anything new since I opened this. It has been about an hour. We already have that update. Nope, nothing new. So we are 100% up to date. So that's it. CES adventure somewhere in the middle of everything, but not actually on the floor or giving a presentation at the trade show. They're just kind of leeching their piggyback off of it, so to speak. You take it for whatever you will, and I'll take it for however I will. But there's demo models on the floor somewhere for people to try, and hopefully that information will come out as far as what they played and what they think of it. And it's not just people that they invite in that they know they're going to get a good response to. I hope more people, I know people on the floor will be able to just walk around and touch the ones that are out there. But those could be specifically limited to, I don't know, whatever, conspiracy theory. Regardless. Guys, let me know down below what your thoughts are. Does this make you more excited, or is it just more, I don't see anything new here? Me personally, I think it's about time that they're giving us something, especially the $3 million worth of people who have bought this damn thing. But I don't think they're getting the price point of what this thing costs. I don't think they're giving us enough of that, so to speak. I'm still not wooed yet. It's a nice looking unit. It looks like I'm going to be able to play some Atari games on it. It's a little pricey for my likings for what it's supposed to be. If I need a computer, I'll just go buy a computer. But that's, again, my thoughts and my opinions. You can challenge them all you like down below. You're not going to change it. I want Atari to change that. But guys, go ahead and leave feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the Creep is positive. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully I mentioned the word gratitude in the beginning of this video. And if I didn't, it's immeasurable with me. Gratitude I have for each and every one of you guys, all you who threw a message out my way today to tell me about all this cool information, Tommy and his team, and you for coming here and watching this. Not enough positivity out there, and I've even strayed away from that for a while, but I'm coming back. Give me a big fucking e-hug, and that's all there is to it. So guys, until next time, I hope you're doing well. Take care. Creep it real. Bye-bye.